All right, welcome back. It's still Sunday afternoon. We've given our panel liner plenty of time to evaporate, or not evaporate, but to get it to dry enough that we can apply our clear coat. So I'm actually off camera at the moment. I just got my Renault onto the my paint stand, ready to go. So the first thing we got to do is get our booth prepped. I'm not going to bother with changing the paper. I'll do that after doing this. So we're just going to hit this whole thing with water. Really, really good. We want everything wet. Really wet. Very soon, we're going to need some more water. I'll be right back. Once you start this process, you can't stop it. I mean, you could. So once you start mixing the three parts of the clear coat, you have the timetable. That might actually be wet enough. That's the water side. Now, we put our lacquer thinner in here. We will definitely need that after we're done. Our mixing bowl. We've got 3 pipettes that are off camera for the mixing process. So we have our clear, our hardener. This is the brand of 2K Clear that I use out of California. It is automotive grade, but it's actually for models. And then our hardener reducer. So first thing we're going to do is put some gloves on. These A gloves. So first thing, and I've already got the measurement. This is my pretty standard go-to measurement for this stuff, which is get my first pipette. We're going to go with 6 milliliters clear. Reach 2. Roughly. 4. Here's garbage because we do not cross contaminate. That would be bad. Now grab our hardener. You are 4-to-1 mix. And 4-to-1 would make the hardener at 1.5 milliliters. Right about there. Doesn't really seem like much. Yeah. That is not much. So that was only 75. And another 45 to it. That's one thing. I've almost got that one. Right, so that one is garbage. And then to top that off, we're going to reduce it by 50% of that solution, which is 3.75 milliliters of reducer. The reason I mix this into number one, it might get messy. Number two, this stuff really stinks and you don't need to be uh, smell. So there's two. There it is. 1.75 without that. We'll just go to this proof. No, now, looking at this solution, it should be enough. We're going to use this pipette to stir it with. Now, we are on a timetable because we only have about an hour before it starts setting up. Actually, we're less than that because in 2 hours it'll be dust dry. Yeah, it should be fine. It's a small car. Let's see what our solution. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay. I just found something I've been looking for. There's a belt buckle at the bottom of my feed boot. Imagine that. I've been looking for that for like 2 months. Okay, so let me get a drink. Airbrush ready. I'm going to put a little bit of lacquer thinner in my airbrush. And let it bubble up that here. Make sure that we don't have any bubbles. Any bubbles. So we're going to spray that out. All right. Airbrush is fine. And our model. Give it brushing. And then our anti-static brush. Get all the hair, my hair, dog hair, any kind of hair, dust particles, get all that off as best as we can. There's never, I don't think anybody ever does this without getting something stuck to it. Almost impossible. I've come very close. So there's that. I'm going to put this little wooden plank here, and I'll explain what that's for a bit. So let's get started. Like I said, leave our brush over time. Yeah. And I'm going to put on my respirator since this is 2K. So I don't know if I'll be speaking. I probably won't. But here we go. Just believe it on. Yeah. Well, you're gonna let that, you're gonna let that sit for a few minutes. All right, it's been about 15 minutes, so we will put our respirator back on and do another coat. Yeah. Oh, we better clean my gun out. Get some paper towels and clean all this crap out of my gun. And change gloves. Everything off and out of irrigation immediately. This is off camera, but I'm on a timetable here. Gotta get this airbrush clean, put it back together. You say that, well, cleaning my airbrush takes too long. Well, my airbrush is clean. The bubbles, the bubbles, airbrush clean. Takes some time. So the car will sit under here for another 2 hours at least, just to make sure it gets dust dry. Then it will just go on a shelf for a while. But mainly, I leave it under here with the food's going for at least 2 hours just to get the smell gone. Because the stuff does stink. And it's not good for you. That's why I wear a respirator when I'm spraying. And so there's that. So that's my 2K method. I think you've already seen it once, but I think it's worth showing every build. So I'm going to continue to do that. Unless you don't like it, which, yes, then, well, I'll just keep doing it because I like to. I like showing my work. I don't think enough people do. So with that, I'm going to read some other stuff. Thank you for watching.